On July 12, 2025, North Korea's leader Kim Jong Un welcomed Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov in the picturesque coastal city of Wonsan. The arrival was marked by a carefully orchestrated display of ceremony and symbolism, as North Korean and Russian officials exchanged warm greetings against the backdrop of the East Sea. The motorcade's procession along the scenic coastline underscored the significance of this diplomatic encounter, drawing the attention of both local and international media. This wasn't just a routine diplomatic visit, it was a clear signal of deepening ties between North Korea and Russia. The presence of both nations' flags, the firm handshakes, and the formal press conference all pointed to a relationship that is evolving beyond mere formality. Both sides emphasized cooperation on a range of issues, from economic projects to military coordination, hinting at a broader strategic partnership taking shape. The choice of Wonsan, a personal favorite of Kim, highlighted the importance of the meeting. Known for its luxury resorts and as a retreat for the North Korean elite, Wonsan provided a setting that was both secure and symbolic, a place where Kim could showcase his vision for the country's future. North Korean state media described the atmosphere as exceptionally warm and trusting, reflecting a genuine shift in their relationship. Smiles and candid moments between the leaders were broadcast to signal a new era of cooperation. Lavrov's visit was part of a series of high-level exchanges that have accelerated since the war in Ukraine began. These meetings are not isolated events, but part of a deliberate effort to strengthen alliances and counterbalance Western influence in the region. For Kim, hosting a top Russian official was a chance to project strength and relevance on the world stage. It allowed him to demonstrate North Korea's ability to attract powerful allies and to play a role in shaping regional dynamics. The meeting symbolized a new geopolitical alignment, with both nations presenting a united front against Western pressure. As the world watched, North Korea and Russia made it clear that their partnership is growing stronger, setting the stage for further collaboration in the months ahead. During the high-profile meeting, Kim Jong Un made a bold and unmistakable declaration. North Korea would unconditionally support Russia's actions in Ukraine, no matter the cost or consequences. This statement was not made lightly. It was a clear and deliberate message to the world that North Korea is willing to stand by Russia, even as the conflict in Ukraine continues to draw widespread condemnation and controversy. This wasn't just diplomatic language or empty rhetoric. It was a pledge of unwavering loyalty, a promise to back Russia regardless of how the situation unfolds or what kind of international backlash might follow. Kim's words carried weight, signaling a level of commitment that goes far beyond the usual alliances seen on the world stage. By using the word unconditional, Kim signaled that North Korea's support is absolute, not transactional. There are no hidden terms, no secret deals, and no expectations of immediate rewards. Instead, North Korea is positioning itself as a steadfast ally, willing to weather any storm alongside Russia. This message was aimed squarely at the United States and its allies, making it clear that Russia is not isolated. In fact, Kim's statement was a direct challenge to the Western narrative that Russia is being pushed to the fringes of the international community. North Korea's support serves as a reminder that global alliances are shifting and that new partnerships are emerging in response to Western pressure. Kim framed Russia's war as a sacred struggle, aligning it with North Korea's own narrative of resisting Western domination. By invoking this language, Kim is not only supporting Russia's military actions, but also reinforcing his own regime's identity as a bulwark against Western influence and intervention. The support is both strategic and ideological, rooted in a shared belief that they are resisting an unfair international system. Both countries see themselves as targets of Western sanctions and criticism, and their partnership is a way to push back against what they perceive as a biased global order. North Korea's promise means it won't be swayed by sanctions or condemnation. No matter how much pressure is applied by the United Nations or Western governments, Kim has made it clear that his country will not abandon Russia. This defiance is a hallmark of North Korea's foreign policy, and it's now being extended to its relationship with Moscow. This level of commitment is rare in global politics, transforming their partnership into a solid alliance. It's not just about mutual benefit or convenience, it's about forging a bond that can withstand external threats and internal challenges alike. It's a signal to the world. Kim and Putin are united by common interests and a common enemy. Their cooperation is a warning that attempts to isolate either country may only drive them closer together, strengthening their resolve and their partnership. Their alliance is now built on trust, not just convenience. This trust is the foundation for deeper cooperation, whether in military, economic, or diplomatic arenas, and it sets the stage for a new chapter in their bilateral relations. This marks a new era of mutual reliance between the two leaders, one that could reshape the balance of power in the region and send ripples throughout the international community. Kim Jong Un didn't just pledge support, he also praised Vladimir Putin's leadership. For Kim, who values strongman rule, this was a significant gesture of respect. By publicly endorsing Putin, Kim validated Russia's actions and reinforced the idea that decisive leaders are needed to confront the West. This praise elevates Kim's own status, showing he's a respected partner of a global power. It also helps legitimize Russia's war in the eyes of North Koreans and sympathetic nations. Both leaders share a political ideology that prioritizes state power and national sovereignty. Kim's admiration for Putin is a recognition of a kindred spirit, another leader willing to defy international norms. In June 2024, Kim and Putin signed a comprehensive strategic partnership treaty. This landmark agreement covers politics, trade, culture, and crucially, security. It elevates their relationship to official strategic allies, reviving Cold War-era ties. For North Korea, the treaty offers economic lifelines and political legitimacy. For Russia, it means access to North Korea's military industry and a loyal ally in East Asia. The treaty's implementation was a key topic during the Wonsan meeting, focusing on turning words into action. This partnership is designed to be long-term, not just a temporary arrangement. It's a formal commitment to reshape the global order together. The most dramatic part of the new treaty is its mutual defense clause. If either country is attacked, the other is obligated to defend it, mirroring NATO's Article 5. This transforms their relationship into a full military alliance, linking European and Asian security. For Kim, it's a strategic victory, a security guarantee from a nuclear power. For Russia, it ensures North Korea's unwavering support, but also risks entanglement in Korean Peninsula conflicts. Despite the risks, both leaders see this alliance as essential against U.S.-led pressure. The pact is a powerful deterrent, raising the stakes for any adversary. North Korea's support for Russia is tangible, supplying weapons, ammunition, and even troops. Its defense industry produces Soviet-style munitions, now vital for Russia's war effort as its own stockpiles dwindle. Reports indicate North Korean soldiers have been deployed to the Russian front, a major escalation. This direct involvement puts North Korea on the battlefield, deepening its commitment to Russia. For Kim, sending troops is a bold demonstration of loyalty. For Russia, North Korean manpower is a welcome boost. This cooperation openly violates UN Security Council resolutions, which both countries now disregard. Their defiance further isolates them from the West but cements their alliance. Intense international sanctions have pushed North Korea and Russia closer together. North Korea's economy has long suffered under sanctions for its nuclear ambitions. Since invading Ukraine, Russia has become the world's most sanctioned country. Both nations are now cut off from the Western financial system, creating a sense of solidarity. Their partnership is a way to bypass sanctions, trading weapons, food, fuel, and technology outside Western control. This creates a self-sustaining economic and military loop, helping both regimes survive. Sanctions meant to isolate them have instead fostered a powerful new alliance. Their cooperation is driven by necessity as much as ideology. By working together, they resist economic pressure and openly defy the sanctions regime. Their alliance signals they won't be broken by Western efforts to isolate them. Since the war in Ukraine began, North Korea and Russia's relationship has rapidly deepened. Previously, their ties were limited and cautious, but the conflict changed everything. Isolated from the West, Russia turned to North Korea as a natural ally. High-profile meetings, including the Kim-Putin summit and Lavrov's visit, have solidified this partnership. Frequent exchanges show both sides are committed to a durable, multifaceted alliance. Their state media now regularly praise each other and coordinate messaging. This united front is presented as a stand against Western hypocrisy and aggression. The alliance is transforming the geopolitical map, creating a new axis of power. With Russia's resources and North Korea's military, their partnership is formidable. As the war drags on, this bond will only grow stronger, reshaping global security. The North Korea-Russia alliance marks a turning point with far-reaching consequences for Ukraine, the region, and the entire world. This partnership is not just a diplomatic gesture, it's a signal that the global balance of power is shifting in unpredictable ways. For Ukraine, this alliance means a steady flow of weapons and ammunition, more soldiers on the front lines, and a war that could drag on even longer, becoming more violent and destructive with each passing month. The human cost will rise, with more lives disrupted and communities torn apart as the conflict intensifies. The new Mutual Defense Pact now links European and Asian security in ways not seen since the Cold War, blurring the lines between regional and global threats. This raises the risk of a wider global conflict, as more countries could be drawn in, either directly or through their alliances. Kim Jong Un, emboldened by Russian support, may feel empowered to act more aggressively in East Asia, testing missiles or escalating tensions with neighbors like South Korea and Japan. Their open defiance of UN sanctions not only undermines international law, but also weakens the credibility of global institutions designed to keep peace and order. When a permanent member of the UN Security Council, like Russia, breaks its own resolutions, it sends a message that rules can be ignored when convenient. This sets a dangerous precedent, encouraging other nations to flout international agreements and act unilaterally. The result could be a more chaotic world, where military power and force take precedence over diplomacy and negotiation. This alliance represents a major strategic realignment, challenging the influence of the U.S. and its allies, and forcing a rethink of global security strategies. The United States and its partners must now adapt to a new reality, where old assumptions about deterrence and alliances may no longer hold. How the world chooses to respond to this alliance will shape the future of international security for years to come. The fate of Ukraine and the stability of the global order now hangs in the balance as the world faces a critical crossroads between escalation and peace.